sir. How are you?
Doing well, Sai. Thank you.
So hey guys, I have Prashanth sir, who is Director of IT and Digital Transformation in Volvo Cars. This title and tag he is currently owning, but previous to this, as a human being, he has done much more things. It's kind of saying like this is just the tip of an iceberg. What that person is, it's like literally wow. So we will just explore his journey today. Thank you, sir, for being on Let's Upgrade's YouTube channel. All these students are aspiring to get jobs, or they are early in their career who got jobs, who want to build their career in IT. So we will start from your journey, from the very beginning. In 1999, you graduated.
Yes.
Right. And right after your graduation, how was your journey? So what all things you did one by one? So like initial 2-3 years journey until the very first job that you got in GE, right? So what was your journey like?
I think first of all, thank you for talking to me today. I honestly feel very humbled and privileged to be part of this discussion today and meeting your people in your campus and talking to students. Pretty inspiring, I think. I'm so happy that you and your team has put up this structure together. And I'm also happy that I'm able to contribute a little to this from my side, right? First 2-3 years, if you want me to summarize, it was a very, very interesting experiment. Honestly, I didn't know what are the kind of opportunities existing and why I need to do something. But the only thing I knew was do your best in whatever comes in your way. Be it with Jet King teaching students how to assemble computers, or teaching students about assembly language or the C language starting from there, or doing a small entrepreneurship of maybe developing some automation to our office, or maybe associating with one more organization where the BCA was hot topic that time, right? So they needed somebody who can teach students Java, C, and do some projects, some e-commerce projects. So like, I just did whatever came in my way. If you honestly ask me, my suggestion from that journey would be do your best, right? It's not that always you should think about I want to do only this or only that, right? One opportunity leads to others.
Got it.
Once you're sincere, honest, and able to do the best in whatever given to you, I think somewhere, I don't know, you can call it based on your belief. You can refer it in any way you want, but there is a system which is keeping tab of what you're doing.
You are currently leading a team at Volvo. Now let's take a hypothetical company like let's take an educational group, or let's say we take an example of hospital. So what do you think that these hospitals or these educational groups, or for that matter even Tirupati kind of a temple, with large organizations, right? How these can transform just by adapting technology in their day-to-day job? How these businesses can transform the end impact that they are creating on the public? Any one of the examples that we can think?
Sure. For example, in Tirupati, I know people stand in a queue for a very long time,
Yes.
right? So now just imagine that you have a solution which says that you come to this point at this time.
Got it.
Right? Instead of I'm going 6 hours in a queue, I will come to the end point only 15 minutes in. 15 minutes in
Got it.
advance. Right? So that I can rest in the place where I am, like based on the people visiting, based on their age group and stage of life. I know some people really struggle to stand for 4 hours, 6 hours.
Yes.
And if somebody says that is part of the devotion or part of the game, I don't agree. Like you can give a better experience of end game is to just see God and stay there for a few seconds and get the blessings. If this is just one example on top of my head, right? So that's how we can see a lot of examples. Even if you say a lot of these hospitals and all, they implement. I know some of the IT, but they try to implement some of the core technologies to automate their operation. But I've very rarely seen these hospitals thinking about customers, how we can make their experience better. So a lot of the small things they can do, which can have a big user experience.
Impact on user experience as well as the core business line also. Right?
Absolutely.
The more the user experience is, the more business that they are gonna generate on that particular issue. So yeah, now having these digital transformation example, I have 3 specific questions related to Let's Upgrade, what Let's Upgrade is doing. the three verticals that we have got. From the pursuit of EdTech, you have answered already that industry is looking forward to job, like employees and resources in a very larger set, and there is a huge demand there. But on the other side of it, talented people, because you made a statement today in our previous conversation that we were having, 99.9% people who send you a resume for a job, they're not applicable, they're not eligible for that job. So what is the difference that you see? Why is that scenario this way?
I would say there is a huge need for our own education system in the country to evolve and become more relevant for what is required today, right?
Got it.
So, for example, simple things like DBMS. So, somebody may say that no, you need to know the concept, but I would say like, yeah, that is true. But who is using it today?
Got it.
Today we use database in a very different way. Just simple example.
Yes.
Rather, if you teach me what is the difference between a relationship with database versus NoSQL database and how it is working today and when I should use what, that would be more relevant for my
today's
career, today's need than maybe making me read some books which are written in 70s or 80s, or maybe that was relevant at that time when the
Got it.
was evolving, right? One is that. And the second thing is, even if you see the job opportunities in the industry, there are maybe 60 to 70% of the roles are like using some technology, so customizing some technologies. Only 10-20% of the jobs where you really need the core engineering, or you may have to develop your own operating system or a new framework or new technology. So keeping all those in mind, there's a huge opportunity for our today's education system to teach relevant thing to people. And the second thing is, it's not only technology. Like when they come to the corporate career, what is expected to have a long-term and peaceful career? How to behave? What are the softer skills? And how to have social skills, right?
Yes.
If you can create a model which is combination of relevant technology skills plus relevant life skills which are required, then I think a lot of people who are coming out of the college can be employable.
Got it. So we at Let's Build, we try to provide those kind of programs online. That's one part of the equation of the entire thing that we are doing. Now the second thing that we are running is like, you have just been here. You have seen like what we guys are doing with the B.Tech program that we are running. The new age B.Tech program, because its print models are being implemented. No pen and paper exams to evaluate a student. It is all their projects that they show in the demo days, which we use to evaluate a candidate. And a very solid board of advisory group who monitors the entire curriculum and all. So this is what we are doing at the campus. You have just been there and interacted with the students. So what do you think is going right by these B.Tech students that we are doing? And what is that one message that you have for these B.Tech students who are in the campus?
From bottom of my heart, I felt it is really right thing you and your team has done. So a lot of positive energy, kind of interaction and questions I get. So I'm feeling happy that our country is going to get some real good people, right? So professional is one part of it, and what kind of value system they have, the ethics they have. I think in that way you have done a very good job in selecting the right set of people.
Team has literally put in a lot of efforts.
Yes. So I really felt it was an amazing experience, and I'm happy I came here today. The only message what I would say is more than students. I think the message is for you and your team. As I told you before also, it's not just you build it and you run it. You build it and you own it.
Got it.
Now it's your responsibility to make sure that you created this idea, structure, got the students and develop the content. Now it's also your responsibility to make sure that end game, right, getting the right companies to believe in this concept and see what, not believe, just believe, see in this concept and participate from early day itself, so that the students will have the right opportunity as soon as they complete their course to work on the right.
1000%. I mean, today's our entire learning while talking to sir was, how can we set up R&D teams of R&D centers for a lot of these companies inside our campus. That one part. Second part is how these students can become part of like global engineering teams of various leading companies. So these are the two learnings, and I'm committed to solve it along with the entire team. So thanks a lot for this. Because the core pillar here for the students is only three, like engineering, communications, and entrepreneurship. These are the only three things based on which these guys are like doing their entire program. So thanks a lot for like coming and visiting this place and interacting with the students.
My pleasure.
One last question which I have for you, sir. A lot of corporates are investing heavily on resources. Investing heavily on resources because there is a huge competition out there for good resources. But it is not only about like investing heavily for these resources to get them in the system. It is also about like keeping them up to date and top notch. So we have a one-on-one teacher-based software that we guys have built known as Lecture Grades Lisa. What do you think these corporates should literally go and invest their money in having such B2B softwares, B2B training softwares? Yes or no? I mean corporate training softwares, yes or no? And if yes, then how this Lisa kind of a software can actually impact generic, not only Lisa, sticking to Lisa, next wave of learning management systems in corporate are gonna enter with this generative AI. We have just seen a demo right now about what our system can do. What do you think in generic your messages for all the corporates out there? Because you being from a people and leadership position, what do you think how this can evolve?
Yes. Very good question. And also this question is very close to my heart, because when I hear about companies firing people,
yes,
companies letting go people, I feel very bad, because you hired those people who had a dream to contribute and you felt they were relevant. But maybe after a few years, when your business model is changing or when your skill expectation is changing, you're letting them go. It's not a good thing to do. Rather, if you invest from day one on people, and if you are clear about what is your company's business strategy and for that what skills are required, and maybe like out of 100 people you're letting them go, my strong gut feel says that 70 to 80 people would be still relevant. You don't have to let them go, they can do something else. So in that way, investing on these kind of learning platforms is very important. And when we talk about learning platforms, a lot of companies are usually what happens is all these are HR driven initiatives, right? So they generally say we already have Udemy, or we already have this, we already have that. But in my personal view, that's not enough. It should be driven by business. Yes. What is required for business, and also the how we learn it also becomes very important.
Yes.
It should be more, as you rightly said, more personal based learning, or maybe programmed to say, for example, instead of saying that you just do a course on Python, I'm just giving an example. Instead of that, if I say that, okay, see today you are working more on full stack development, but now I think going forward we have more people in that space, but we have a bigger need in data science. We need people who can learn the data science as a skill and help us to make best use of our data. Then I have this 3 months tailored program which we can methodically help you to become a data scientist.
Yes.
You want to take it.
Yes.
And have that conversation. Give that kind of opportunity to people, and then there is a bigger chance that your people will stay relevant with you. And one of the famous maybe the story what I read, like people related with many people, or like it was this person, that person. But I remember once a CEO and CFO having a conversation. And the CFO said, like, why are we investing on our people? Eventually they will leave us and go. And then the CEO was saying, that's a very good question. We will not invest on our people. But if they don't leave us and go, then what will happen? Right? Then we have to live with those people.
Yes.
So in that way, even in the interest of company and interest of the fast changing technology or fast changing business model or fast changing world, it's important to, it's all the more important today. It has become to ensure that your employees are relevant. And letting go people is very easy, right? But then again, hiring them or getting more people, whether they will get used to your environment or not, whether they will believe in your dreams of your company or not, you never know. Like a lot of companies, we let people go and then we again, when the bright days comes, we want to hire. Rather, if you put the right investment and the right plan, then you don't have to do that very often.
Yes.
So I'm not sure whether it's a long answer for a short question.
No, absolutely relevant answer, sir.
But this is something that is very close to my heart.
Got it.
Where I personally feel a lot of organization, wherever I have worked, we have a lot of learning platforms, but they are never relevant or customized for the real need of the company.
Got it, sir. I just want to summarize the way how this Lisa that we are building is going to change corporate learning. Just picking one line from your entire conversation. That is like, it should be personalized, developed for that end student who after taking that is going to reap the benefits out of it. So the particular platform that we have built understands the student, generates content for them to achieve what is the next significant milestone for them, set by the HR, set by the business, set by themselves for their own career.
Yes.
That is the way how the software is being built, and we're still building it. Already the two phases are done. We're entering the third phase of the software development, and already Raymond, ICICI, Titan are our proud customers. They're using it, and yeah, so we see that lots of positive adoption going to happen in future.
Wonderful.
So thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for spending your day with us today in the campus, understanding our businesses, understanding the B.Tech students, and also discussing a lot of mentoring me personally and my team. Thanks a lot for this.
And I truly appreciate all the great experience I had here, and wishing a great success to you, team, and this organization.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.